Guys, I just want to make a correction on the long step. We're going to do another round. And whenever you guys are going to a knee slide position, two things that I want you guys to focus on. One is stabilizing the long step with a tripod, okay? And the second one, make sure that you guys have a nice grip, okay, on the collar. Something that's been happening a lot, especially with the competitors. They are able to do the long step, but because of the low grip on the collar, they're not able to stabilize after, which it forces them to try to connect to a leg drag or try to switch techniques. But even when they do connect to a leg drag, it's not tight enough. So because of this slow grip on the collar, I will be able to do the long step, but I won't be able to stabilize the position. And then I'm gonna have to start switching sides. So I'm gonna have to start going for a leg drag. But when I do go for a leg drag, the grip on the collar is still low. Okay, so it's hard for me to adjust the position. So first thing that you guys should try to focus on is to make sure that you get a good grip on the collar. Okay, so right around his collarbone right there. Then I'm gonna start doing the long step, but I don't want, for the next round, I don't want you guys to switch to a leg drag. I want you guys to stabilize on tripoding. So I'm gonna long step. Guys, most important is that I'm creating some tension, pulling the grip on the collar, and using my head, the side of my head, to push the shoulder down. Okay, so I'm doing this, look, I'm driving my head forward as I'm going tripod. So try not to have your head down too much. I'm trying to actually just keep my head up as I go tripod right here. Okay, and then my partner will like try to bring his guard, like try to lock my legs, and I continue to walk up, look. And look out, whenever I'm saying tripod, you guys don't need to be up on your feet. So I don't need to be like this. Okay, I can be down on my knees, and it will work just the same as long as my hips are higher than my head. Look how I'm trying to stabilize this position. Now the other thing that's important is that the grip. I never fully commit to make a grip on the pants. I usually start the long step, and then whatever grip I have, I prefer to let go, so I can keep fighting whichever leg he's framing. Okay, if he's framing with the bottom one, I push the bottom one. If he's framing with the top one, I push the top one. Okay, and I just keep fighting with this leg, whichever leg comes my way. Again. Knee slide position, grab the collar. One, look how I'm gonna start going tripod as I push the leg. Another grip that I like to use whenever my partner tries to turn into me is that I like to grab the tricep. So this one right here, I control his arm so it doesn't turn up to his elbow. Sometimes if there's too much space, he's gonna start turning into me, almost like going a single leg. He's gonna start getting like this. So what I do from this position is that I hold the elbow. Okay, so I'm going tripod, look, and I'm holding the elbow. So that way my partner doesn't turn up to me. And then from here, I can start digging and opening space for me to stabilize under the side control. Also, whenever you guys are about to stabilize, try to go under the leg. Okay, whenever you come over, you actually open up space for them to bring the knee in. So if I'm in the long step and I try to come over, he brings the knee in. Okay, so I try to dig under. So I go under with my arm. I slide my chest forward. Now I can start going over after I flat him out. I can start going over. Okay, let's do another round. Try to fix these little things and stabilize it on the tripod. 1, 2. Nice, very good. But this hand here, the only problem with making a grip, it's him framing with the opposite leg. So sometimes I grab here, I long step, but then he frames the bottom one. Like the bottom one comes in, like this. You see it, but I'm holding on to that one. So I'm gonna have to switch. I'm gonna have to come over here and then clear that out. So just don't overcommit to this grip whenever he's fighting with this one. Like keep switching, and then you push this one, maybe he brings that one. Then you push this one, but like you're creating the gap and you're getting closer to side control. Okay? Be careful with this guy. So there's two things whenever this happens. You can either start switching to like a knee slide. So I can use this. Maybe he locks, I go back knee slide. This would be like a good option, like good connection. Or if you really wanna continue a long step, I would shin slice first. So start doing this, shin slice, now long step. Yes, to clear out. But to be honest, I think I would go connect to knee slide because like I like doing that technique, you know. So use the long step just to clear the knee shield. So look how the knee shield is on the way. I use the long step. I clear that. He locks the guard, which is fine. Now I come back with an underhook. See, I'm right into it like a deep knee slide. Then just control the arm, adjust yourself, and you start opening up. Okay? We'll work on that one next one. Thank you. Guys, not around, but just a lot of people are asking this question. Whenever I'm about to go, people, they start locking your legs, almost like a half guard. So you're not able to complete the long step, okay? Or a lot of times before you even go, they lock their feet together and you feel like you're not able to free the leg. So I'm gonna show two options that you guys have to either use their long step to connect to another pass or start using some leg work so you guys can connect to the long step. Okay, so a lot of times when I feel this, it's actually hard for me to finish the pass because there's a knee shield. So my leg gets locked and it has a knee shield. So I use the long step to open up space. Okay, so look how I use the long step to disconnect my chest from his knee. Get into this position. Okay, I'm still with my head down. I'm still kind of like in his guard, but like I'm away from his knees. Okay, then from here I try to push the knee down, and then I right away connect to a knee slide position. So look how my knee has to be out. As soon as I feel like my knee's out, I'm gonna go up, lift my hips up, gain an underhook, and then I'm right onto like a deep knee slide. From here, you guys just need to adjust yourself so you guys can control this far arm, okay, tuck under your armpit, or you guys can even place your head on the same side. Sometimes like I'm in a knee slide and I feel like the person like this, they're really small in the position. Like they're closing all the space. Then I place my head on the same side and I start flattening him out, look. So I start stretching him out, use my right foot to base and push all the way until my partner's flat on the ground. Now from here, I just go ahead and work on opening the half guard. Don't try to kick your partner's leg, so don't try to do this. Look. It's not gonna work. Okay, try to place your heel inside his knee. So my heel goes inside his knee and I open, look. Now that I open, I free my leg and I finish passing the guard. And another option you guys have, if you still want to, stick with your long step, then you guys can start using a shin slice before. So I set up my grips, grab the pants, grab the collar. I shin slice. Now look how I'm a little bit away from my partner, but at least I escape from the half guard. Then I'm gonna start connecting my long step from here. Look, 1, 2. And then you guys start finishing a tripod again. Make sure that your shin slice is not going forward. You guys are actually sliding back. So I'm in the knee slide position. You guys can control the knee, or you guys can use hand on the hip, wherever you feel comfortable. I lift my hips up, stretching my leg. Look, I do this. Look. 1. Now I turn my knee in, and I slide. I escape out of the half guard, start connecting to the long step. And the first option, he locks the half guard. I use it to connect to knee slide. There you go. 1, 2. Getting chest on chest. If your partner is like sideways, remember, first thing you guys have to do is to flat him out. So I can flat him out using my shoulder right here to place his shoulder on the ground. Or you guys can start switching to a head control. Usually you don't feel like there's a gap for the head control here. So I start going under. I find a grip on the collar. Now I stretch him. Like, stretch my arm until he's facing up. Now I adjust to my head control. Connect my hands. Find the space with your heel. Open. And you guys can finish the pass. So either connect it to knee slide or shin slicing and finish with the long step. Let's go 1, 2. Well, I would back my hand on the pant again, knee. I would long step. Nice. Now you should probably get your foot stuck. So leave your foot there in the half guard. So like go up. Yes, like this. Now when you do come back, you gotta make sure that your hips comes in front of the knee. You see it? And then now that your hips are in front of the knee, you stick your hip to hip, hip to hip. Nice. To make sure that that knee doesn't come back in front. This leg over here gonna step forward. No, step forward first. Now I place my head on the same side as hers. Flare her out, so stretch out. Use your head to drive her that way. Now you're gonna use your foot to step on the knee and then finish the pass. You're never gonna try to finish the pass if the person's sideways. Always place your head next to their head, stretch them out, like flat them out, and then your last step is gonna be freeing your foot from the half bar. Like, don't worry about that. If you're already that deep in the position, you should be fine. Okay? Just make sure that when you do come back to a knee slide, the knee is not there anymore. So a lot of people, they long step, and then they come back, but they're in the same position. So long step, and when you come back, you make sure that your hips go in front of the knee shield. Okay? Then you can start stabilizing, head on the same side, flat them out, and then you finish the pass. Okay? Nice. Time. Thank you guys. About.
Hey, Professor.
Thank you guys. One of my favorite classes to teach. As you guys could see, today there's like 85 or 86 people on the mat. And the most important thing, kind of like what I wanted to bring it up to you guys about this, I try to every class show you guys the detail kind of for the teaching, or the most important part of that class to me, especially teaching the long step. I believe for the 6 a.m. is definitely the variety of people. As you guys could see, I had like competitors in that class. I had kids in that class. I had women's training in that class. I had older people, younger guys. So like the variety of ages, sizes, belts, levels, rankings, it's so big, So like I'm trying to make it a good class for everyone, where I don't make it too difficult just for the competitors, but I don't make it too easy just for the people that train here, the basic, the white belts. So I try to switch it up, show like important principles and details for the technique that I believe will make a big difference in their game. And then, as you guys could see, it was just one class. I usually like to put in the curriculum. We work on this for like 1, 2, 3, however many weeks. I always tell, especially the coaches that I work with here at AOJ, I never put a timeline into like a technique. I always focus on, I put, the start point, and then I continue teaching all the way into if everybody's got a good hold of all the techniques. So like a few weeks ago, I started working on the long step with them. Most of them already knew the technique, but like especially with the details. And we just continue working. It took 2, 3 weeks, and I was patient. I kept showing different like ways of finishing the position. I started with the fundamentals, the solid drills, implementing just like how I broke it down for you guys in the master class. And I hope you guys got to see a little bit of that work now, put in practice with the 6 a.m. class.